Hello everybody, it's your boy The Hammer, back with another fucking tier list video. Yes sir. Got the receivers this time, not the quarterbacks. The quarterbacks was last video. If you didn't see that, go check it out. Subscribe, like, comment if you like the video. If you don't like the video, comment and subscribe because I got more videos that you're gonna like. And if you don't like those, I don't know if you. So I got NFL receivers this time. I got 2020 NFL receivers, and I'm going to rank them. And this is the most official tier list you're ever going to hear on everything. All right, cool. Now we're good. We're good to go. First things first, first receiver, let's get into it, is Amari Cooper. Now, Amari... All right, so here's the thing about Amari. I'm going to put him in great. Now, I would put him in Hammer approved, a.k.a. that's my, basically, those are receivers that I think are top tier right now in their own league because, some of these receivers, they be good, but they're not better than this man. But, like, they might have the same stats, but this man can do something that he can't, and he's working with less. You know what I mean? Like, anyways, Hammer approved, top tier receivers. Everything else is self-explanatory. Amari Cooper is great. I'll put him in great because he gets the stats. He does do his job. He does the work for it to be great. But I don't think he's Hammer approved. He's not elite. I don't think he's the elitist. Like I wouldn't put him top 5. I wouldn't even consider him top 5. He barely be top 10, if that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Anyways, next one. We got Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs, I'm going to put him as great. I put him as great because I don't think he's Hammer approved. I don't think he's elite yet, top tier yet. I do think he's great. He's definitely better than average. Way better than average, by far. Then we got Will Fuller. Will Fuller, I'm going to put him in average. Now, Will Fuller is an average because he hasn't showed that he's that next thing. You know what I mean? He doesn't show that, like, hey, throw it to me. Like, look for me. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't, I don't know. He didn't, like, if I was Deshaun Watson, I'd be like, all right, I'm looking at D-Hop and I'm looking at D-Hop. You know what I mean? I'm looking at D-Hop, then Will Fuller. You know, I'm looking at D-Hop twice before I look at Will Fuller. You know? I mean, and now we kind of can. Now Will Fuller's the number 1 receiver. Anyways, you know what I'm talking about. But, yeah, so he's going to be average. I do think he's a little bit better than average, not going to lie, but it's only here average and great. I don't think he's great, so he's going to average. Larry Fitzgerald. I'm going to put Larry, because it's 2020. Not all-time Larry. All-time Larry would be Hammer approved. All-time Larry is, all-time Larry, he's Hammer approved. That easy. No cap. Definitely. But Larry now, don't get it twisted, nigga. That nigga's average. I'm not putting him below average because he has better hands than everybody on this fucking list. I think he might have better hands than everybody in this fucking league. But, nah, yeah, he's average for now. You know, he's not up to speed with everybody. You know, but it's still Larry. You know. Anyways, next you got Alshon. Next we got, I think that's Terry McLaurin. Terry. I'm going to put Terry in great because he snapped last season. And I think he's going to be really good. There needs to be a potential. I should have put a fucking potential thing. Anyways, we're going to put him in great. I think he has potential to be great. But because I don't think he's average. I'll put him in average. All right, I'll put him in average because I don't think he's great yet, but I think he has potential to be great. But I'll put him in average because, yeah, he's better than average, but he's not great. So he's in the same tier as Will Fuller. Who's this? I want to say this is Mike Williams. I think it is. You're going there. Juju Smith. Now, a year ago, when AB was on the team, a year or two ago, anyways, when AB was on the team and Le'Veon was on the team, not even Le'Veon. When AB was on the team, you could say that nigga was elite. I would have put that nigga in elite because that nigga was getting stats. Because he was getting guarded by the second corner because the first one had to deal with AB, the best receiver in the league at the time. But ever since like AB left, I don't know where Juju went, but he's definitely not elite anymore. But he is a threat, so I'll put him in great because I think he is great. I do think Juju's great. He does everything great. He's a jack of all trades kind of guy. He can even block for you. He's a jack of all trades, but I don't think he's set apart from others yet as far as being a top tier receiver. So until he does that, he's in great. Keenan Allen. Now, Keenan Allen, I'm put him in great. I'm gonna put Keenan Allen in great because I don't know. I don't think he showed me. I love Keenan Allen. Don't get me wrong. I want to put him in elite really bad. I mean, in hammer approved really bad because of how much I like him. But he doesn't show that all the time. Like, it's not. He's consistent, at least consistent enough. But he doesn't show me like he doesn't show me as like who AJ Green in his prime showed me. Like, damn. Ain't no one stopping that nigga. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like people could be able to stop Keenan Allen. I feel like you put Gilmore on Keenan Allen, it's Clamp City all fucking day. But I mean, that might be most people. But you see where I'm coming. So we'll have him in great. Next, I want to say that's Gallup. I think I would search, but I don't feel like it, honestly, because it's a Cowboy and I really don't care at the end of the day. So, and if it is Gallup, he's going below average. I don't think Gallup's that fucking good. Honestly, no, he'll go in average. I'll put Gallup. There's a lot of average ass niggas. I'm gonna put Gallup in average. Pretty sure it's Gallup. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Gallup. Next we got, who's this? That's not Darius Slayton, is it? Is that Darius Slayton? No, Darius Slayton's number 86. Okay. Then that's Sterling. Yeah, it is Sterling Shepard. All right, so Sterling Shepard. They're both light skinned and they basically almost got the same fucking number. So if you were sitting there like, oh, you don't know who Darius Slayton, or you don't know who fuck you. You know what? Fuck you. I don't give a fuck. This nigga Darius Slayton is he's there. I mean, not Slayton. What's his name? Sterling Shepard. I don't even know who he is. Any Giants receiver is there. I don't care, bro. Oh, nah, I'm capping. Darius Slayton would be an average, but he's dog shit. Sterling Shepard's dog shit. Who is this? Is that Marquise Lee or is that DJ? That's DJ, right? DJ Chark. Yeah, it is. All right, so DJ, I like DJ a lot, so I'm gonna put him in great, but he's not hammer approved. I'm not putting him in hammer approved. I don't think he's there yet, but he's definitely great. Just if you don't think so, look at his last season stats. He's great. With Gardner Minshew and that garbage ass O-line. Next you got Jarvis Landry. I would put him in hammer approved, but he's not that goddamn good in the game. But I feel like in real, like, if you were to do a pickup game, I feel like Jarvis and Odell would be the best receivers, probably, because them niggas can catch. Them and Larry. Larry would probably be ridiculous. AJ Green now 2020. AJ Green now in 2020. Average. I haven't seen AJ Green like do anything in like a year, to be honest. But he's still better than both these niggas. This nigga could be hurt and be better than all these niggas. You know what? Wait a minute. Wait, let me survey the average so I can see who needs to get brought down. You deserve to be there. Yeah. I should have made another list for potential because I feel like I'm hoeing some of these niggas over, but he'll be an average. I don't. He's fine. Next, who the fuck is that? Is that? I'm gonna say that's Godwin. That's Godwin, right? I'm looking for Mike Evans, but I don't see him. That's not Mike Evans. Is Mike Evans not on this list? Good. Fuck that nigga. Nah, but for real, that's fucked up. If Mike Evans was on this list, I'd probably have him in Hammer approved as a top tier receiver, in all honesty, because he is. But he be dropping like the fucking hitch route, the easy ass hitch routes, like the 10 and in, the 5 and in, 3 and in, not middle in, but like turn around hitch in, if you don't know him to like anyway, whatever. I think Mike Evans would be in Hammer approved, but Godwin being great. I put Godwin in great because he's really fucking good. No cap. He's really fucking good. I actually kind of like Godwin, but he's on the Bucs, so I don't. Yeah, that kind of gets GG'd at that point. I don't know who number 11 is on the Dolphins. No cap. Number 11 receiver. What am I typing? What am I typing? Dolphins. Oh, that's Devontae Parker. Oh. How did I not know that? All right, Devontae Parker, bro. Devontae Parker is gonna go in great. Devontae Parker is really good in my opinion. He's just on the most dog shit ass team, so he doesn't get any fucking recognition, and he never has a fucking quarterback to throw to his ass in the first place. So he's really just catching balls like that can be anywhere around him because he's that fucking good, and niggas don't give him respect because he's on the fuck ass Dolphins. And I'm done with that. Next nigga. Is that Kenny Golladay? Who's number 19? Is that Marvin? I feel like that's Marvin. Is that Marvin? No, 11's Marvin. Okay. So Marvin's 11. So that is Golladay. All right. Golladay and Marvin, actually. Both these niggas. Where you at? Both of them, I'm putting them in great. I'm putting both of them in great because they're both great. If you don't, I have Marvin almost every year in my fantasy team. As he be getting touchdowns like a mug, and then Golladay he be getting the yards. So I mean, I think they're both really good receivers. Honestly, I just feel like they're just, again, there's another dog shit team situation, you know? Same with Jarvis. Y'all niggas probably telling me Jarvis is an average. Jarvis is not average. Jarvis is better than average, but he's on that trash-ass team, the Browns, with garbage-ass, what's that nigga's name? Baker at the moment. Next, Metcalf. I'm going to put that nigga in average because he hasn't really showed me anything, honestly. But he's on the team that runs a lot, so it's like, he can't really show much. Julian Edelman without Brady, dead ass. I really think Julian Edelman is not that good. I don't think he's good in the front. I think Brady makes all these niggas good. And him and Belichick, with the routes and the situation, I just feel like they make him good. I don't think he's that fucking good at all. I don't see him being, no, honestly. His best game, honestly, I've ever seen him play was in the Super Bowl against the Rams. I really don't think he does much. I don't really care for Julian Edelman. If you think I'm wrong, I mean, I don't know. Say something. Next, we got DJ Moore. DJ Moore would be in Hammer approved, but he be pissing me off when he be fumbling. DJ Moore. Hey, listen, I'm gonna at your ass, nigga. I'm going to at you this video. And if you ever see this video, I want you to take this in consideration, bro. Every time you got the ball in your hand, I want you to remember this part right here. Hold on to the fucking ball. It doesn't piss me off more seeing this nigga get 80 yards and then fumble on the fucking 5. It's the most annoying thing. I swear on everything. It's like, oh, let's go, DJ! And the next thing you know, it's fucking, this nigga's fucking dog shit, garbage ass nigga. So, for that, you're going in average. Because you pissed me off, bro. If you never pissed me off, you being great. And that's honest. And that's honest. I would have you in Hammer approved too, but you got to do more. But you don't have the quarterback to do more. You have to deal with Kyle Allen because Cam Newton's dog shit right now. I don't know what the fuck he does. I should at Cam Newton this shit, honestly. I'm going off again. All right. Oh my God. All right, ready to continue. Next is OBJ. Now, the thing about OBJ is that the only thing that pisses me off about OBJ is his fucking attitude on the sidelines when he doesn't get the ball. You know what I mean? Like, he be, like, sitting there crying and bitching and flipping shit over and whatever the fuck he was doing on the Giants. I haven't seen that yet on the Browns, him doing that shit on the Browns. I don't know if he has yet. I'm not going to say I might act like he does or he doesn't. I have no idea. But the reason that he hasn't been the way the OBJ that we used to seeing is because we got garbage-ass, trash-ass Browns that took him and we're thinking like, oh, the Browns, they look fire. And then they're just dog shit. You know what I mean? Like, so, in all honesty, I think he's fucking elite. He's Hammer approved. In my opinion, he's Hammer approved. From his play alone, he's Hammer approved. He's honestly he's probably the best receiver in the league, but we don't get to see it all the time because of his garbage ass Browns that he's playing for. 16. I want to say that's Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett, I'll put him in average. He just doesn't do enough. He's not a receiver that I'm like, oh, he's a go-to. He's not a go-to. Like, these niggas up here, these are all go-to. Like, these are all niggas I would go to on third down if I was the quarterback. Like, these are niggas that I'm like, all right, this is a third down nigga. Like, I can rely on him. Like, he might not get it all the time, but I can see 3 out of 5 times he gets it, or 4 out of 5 times he gets it. You know what I mean? Whether there's niggas on him or not, these are the niggas that I would pick. That's what I consider when I'm looking into putting them in the ranks. But yeah, no, he's I'll put him in average because he's not a go-to. He's just simply not that. D-Hop now plays for the Cardinals. That's fire. Kyler, use him, nigga. Use him, nigga. Like, he's elite. Like, he's elite. He's Hammer approved. He's everything. D-Hop, I feel, in my opinion, at this very moment, stats and all, whatever, he's the best receiver in the league. Right now, by far, no cap. You can't tell me different. Best receiver in the league. Next, I got Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson is average. Now, I would say he was great if he was still on the Jags. But I don't see him. I don't hear about him. I don't. I personally don't think that he is great. Like, he just hasn't shown me anything since he left the Jags. You know what I mean? Like, it just hasn't been like. And when I say show me, I don't mean like they need to specifically show me, like if they're good. I'm just saying like in general their play after he left the Jags has not been as good as he was on the Jags. That's all I'm saying. And when he was on the Jags, he was great. So on here, when he was on the Jags, he was great. But I put him in average because he's not on the Jags and he's not as good as he was on the Jags, which makes sense, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm just explaining to you that I'm not capping, and you're seeing the not cap. Just making sure you understand this is not cap. That's all. Anyways, next, 17. I feel like that's Emmanuel Sanders. It is. By the way, I don't see Tyreek Hill on here. I just saw Tyreek Hill right there, but I didn't see Tyreek Hill. All right. Mike Evans and Tyreek Hill are two niggas I don't see on here off the rip. So we're gonna put both of them in elite. I already said Mike Evans is elite, but Tyreek Hill's an elite. I don't care what you gotta say. He's the fastest nigga in the league. He's gonna speed past anybody in the league. I don't give a flying whatever, nigga. That nigga's like. And even if he isn't the fastest, and he got Miko Hardman as the fastest, I don't know. But anyways, even if he isn't the fastest, he sure looked like it on the field. Like he be you know, all around niggas. Like that nigga Tyreek is crazy. He be elite. Mike Evans elite. That's 4 elites right there. Even though it only shows 2 because they're not on here because whoever made the list is fucking stupid. Or they just forgot, or they just don't care for either of them. In other words, they're fucking stupid. Emmanuel Sanders, I'm gonna put him in average. I don't think he's great. He's not mediocre. He's average. He literally is average. He's good, but he's not great, and he's not bad, but he's not the best. You know, like, yeah, he's average. 83. I want to say that's Tyler Boyd. Am I capping? No, I'm not. All right, it is Tyler Boyd. He just looks really white in this picture. Tyler Boyd. I would put him in great. I want to put him in great, but I don't think he's great. Honestly, I if I look back at it, I don't think he's the greatest. It's just that simple. Devontae Adams. That's simple. He's hammer approved. Devontae Adams, he catches every ball that I've seen throw to him. If he doesn't catch it, it's because the nigga's actually guarding him. He's getting guarded by 2 niggas. If he doesn't catch it, it's because it was a bad throw by Aaron Rodgers. I know, it's crazy. He does those things. He does those things. Throw bad throws. It was a bad throw by Aaron Rodgers. Or he catches it. Like, it's that simple. Like, it's like he's literally a walking 50-50. Him and D-Hop are a walking 50-50. Like, you know, Odell, you can catch him lacking. You know, he might give up on a route or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. He'd be emotional. But the other ones, they're walking 50-50. So you don't know if he's gonna he can either moss 8 niggas or one of the 8 niggas are gonna intercept the ball or bat it down, or he just won't catch it, you know? So yeah, he's hammer approved. I have him hammer approved. Robbie Anderson, whatever. He's on the Panthers now, which I love. I love that pickup. Carolina Panthers, you guys are doing great with those pickups. That shit's great. Teddy, I don't know about all that, but you're doing great with that. I like the PJ Walker thing, so if he turns out great. Anyways, this is the video. I'm putting him in average, but he's better than average. You know, one of those better than average, but he's not great. He's one of them. He's good. He's good. I need to have a good column. I think next one I'm gonna have a good. Whatever my next tier list is, there's gonna be a good column. Next, Brandon Cooks. I had this thing with somebody I work with. He's a Falcons fan. I told him. This is dead ass what I said. With no background knowledge. And when I say no background, I mean, like, of course I know who they are, and I don't know exactly what their stats were, career stats or whatever, but he's a Falcons fan, and I brought up to him, I said, Brandon Cooks, I want you to hear me out before I say this. Or I want you to hear me out before you start thinking what you're thinking. Brandon Cooks is better than prime Roddy White. Now listen. If you know who Roddy White is, you understand. I hope you understand what I'm saying. And if you don't, listen. Roddy White, what was it? His career stats were 10,000 yards. It's like 10,000 something yards. I want to say like 700, 800 catches, something like around there, and like 60 touchdowns. I'm pretty sure, like around there. This man, Brandon Cooks, is 26 years old. He's been in the league since, I don't know, he's probably 21, 22, 23, somewhere around there, right? And he averages, on average, like around 1,000 a season, 1,000 yards a season. That's what he averages, around there, you know? He has like around, like, I think it was like 5,700 yards right now, but he's only 26. 5,700 yards, he's only 26. He could pass, if he keeps on the same pace, he'll pass Roddy White within the next 5-6 years in yards. Probably touchdowns too. And I just find that fucking ridiculous. The fact that, like, Roddy White is that bad. There's no point in me saying this right now other than showing you, like, the receivers nowadays are way better than the receivers back then, even though the receivers back then might have the better stats. And the only reason I'm bringing this up is because it just crossed my mind. I said Brandon Cooks. Anyways, I'm only saying that to say this. The niggas that are Hall of Famers now, who played back then, who are like, you look at their stats and you're like, how are they even in the Hall of Fame? Them niggas aren't that fucking good. Michael Irvin, not that fucking good. He's good. But most plays, he's push-off king. He's push-off king. That's what he does. There's a corner right next to him. Push off, get the touchdown. You know what I mean? That's what he does. That's why he's that big, that physical. That's what they did. They pushed off and got the touchdown. Nowadays, if you even put your hand on somebody, if you have two hands on somebody, you don't even got to push. You have two hands on your corner that's in front of you, and you go and you catch the ball, it's a flag because they're going to say you pushed off, even though you didn't do anything. The fact that you have two hands on them, it like that. The rules are so different nowadays. It limits everybody, and the fact that there's niggas that say that Roddy White and Michael Irvin are better than the niggas that are up here, the OBJs. That's cap as fuck, because literally they can't do what y'all did. It wasn't a running league. The corners weren't that dog shit all the damn time. Most corners back then were dog shit. Chris Gamble, I can say this about my own corner. He was the best corner that I've seen on the Panthers in a hot minute. He's not that fucking good. He's not that fucking good. And you got fucking niggas like what's that nigga's name? Gilmore. Gilmore now he's close. He's up there with Dion. And I'm gonna say Dion's actually that fucking good because I actually think he was that good. I do think Dion was that good. He played like he was that good. You could just tell. Pat Pete, he's that good. But Michael Irvin, that nigga's getting locked up by Pat Pete nowadays. With these rules, he's getting locked up by fucking Sidney Jones. He's getting locked up by fucking, Dante Jackson. He's getting locked up by Vernon Hargraves. In all honesty, that nigga's getting locked up by niggas in Madden that you see are 72 overalls. I just went in on that nigga. I'm adding Michael Irvin with this shit. On no cap. Put me on Skipper's channel. We can debate about it. To be honest, I won't cuss on there either. But I'm at home, so I do what the fuck I want. Anyways, Brandon Cooks saying that all that he's better than Roddy White and all that. He's probably better than Michael Irvin, to be honest with you. But I'm gonna put that nigga in. I'm gonna put that nigga in average. After all that nigga's average. I'm a fucking troll. Anyways, he's I'm gonna put him in average because nowadays 1,000 yards a season, 1,000 yards a season is average to make you a usable receiver. You know, like if you don't at least get 1,000 yards a season, niggas look at you like, "What are you doing?" You know, like get better. You know. But if you get 1,000 yards, say, "Oh, look, at least you got 1,000 yards." You know, that's nowadays average. So everybody in average. No disrespect to y'all. I do think all y'all can get at least 1,000 yards a season. But y'all just not here yet. Y'all just not the go-tos. You're just like, if you're open, I'll throw it. But these are the go-tos, and these are the only twos. And when I say only twos, I mean like you got the other receivers, but fuck the other receivers. It's going to you because you're that fucking good. If you just were wondering. And the last nigga on here, even though that's not all the receivers, I might be missing one or two. I don't know, other than Mike Evans and Tyreek Hill, which are the big ones in my opinion. I would have to go back and think and look and see if I'm missing any. But as of Cooper Kupp missing. Adam Thielen missing. Adam Thielen would be up here. Cooper Kupp is up here, honestly. I think Cooper Kupp better than most of these niggas. Not all of them. Now, I put Cooper Kupp at great, but I do think he's really fucking good. He's just Jared trash ass golf, to be honest. T.Y. That's hard. T.Y. I'm putting T.Y. in hammer approved. Okay, hear me out. The thing about T.Y. is that he's really, really good. But he just has this, like, I don't know. I don't feel like I feel like he's elite level. Don't get me wrong. I feel like he's on the same level as these people on the top right here. I feel like he's on that same level. I really, honestly, nah, deadass. I deadass feel like he's great. I deadass feel like he's great. He's there. I feel like he's there. I don't think he's at the complete level, but I don't think that's his fault. You know, because, you know, he's working with Jacoby Brissett right now, who's not the greatest, and I ranked him last, like I said last video, go watch that bitch. I ranked him last video, I ranked him as a spoiler, ranked him as an average, and that's only because I felt like he didn't have the body of work that I wanted to see from him to say that he's above average, which I do kind of think he is, but at the same time, I don't think he's there yet. I think he shows glimpses of being elite. T.Y. I'm talking about right now. T.Y. I think he shows glimpses of being elite, hammer approved. I just don't think he's there yet. And I don't think it's his fault. I just think it's that if Andrew Luck would have stayed, I think it would be a whole different conversation. I think he'd probably be elite. I think it'd be no doubt it'd be elite, honestly. But he didn't. So, based off of that alone and off of he gets hurt a lot. He does get hurt a lot. I don't care. He kind of gets hurt a lot. I'm going to put him in great. And that's gonna do the tier list. A little upset that not all the receivers are in here, all the ones that I think should be in here. But if you don't like it, if you like it, like the video. Subscribe. There's more. Comment. You know, I respond to the comments. I kind of went off on Roddy and Michael Irvin, no cap. Nothing personal. If they ever see this, which I highly doubt it, because, you know, I ain't shit right now on YouTube. Right now. But if you do, no hard feelings. It's just that's how I feel. Like, Roddy, you're just not that fucking good, honestly. I really don't think you're that. I don't think you were that good at all. I just think you had a good season. Don't get me wrong, you had some good seasons. You had like one or two. but you're not that fucking good. Michael Irvin, you pushed off almost every fucking play you had. And Emmitt Smith had the whole box stacked, which was one of the reasons why you were one-on-one coverage most of the time. And Troy Aikman's not that fucking good either, to be honest with you. Tony Romo might be better than Troy Aikman. And that's no cap. And that's it. That's the video.